Which CeraVe cleanser is best for what type of skin or skin problem? That's what we're going to answer today. I've been at the drama-free cleansing tour with CeraVe in Hudson Yards, New York City, and I've got one of every single one of their cleansers here, and we're going to walk through them one by one to talk about what is best for which skin type or skin problem that you might be trying to address so that you know when you go to the store what kind of cleanser you should be picking. First off, it's important to know what your skin type is, and if you don't know, that's okay. I'm going to teach you how to identify your skin type. The first thing that you should do to identify your skin type is start with just a gentle hydrating cleanser. Wash your face and don't put any product on. You can towel dry, but let your face remain with no product for about 30 minutes. If after 30 minutes your skin feels dry or tight, then you probably have more dry, potentially sensitive skin. If your skin does not feel particularly oily or dry, you may have more normal skin type. If you feel oily all over, you probably have an oily skin type. And if after 30 minutes, you're starting to get some oil on your nose or your forehead, you might have combination skin, where you get oily through the T-zone, but remain dry or normal on the other areas of the face. Once you know your skin type, now you can pick the cleanser that's going to be best for you. And it's important to know that the cleanser that you use may need to change throughout the year. So you might be more oily in the summer and more dry in the winter, and you can rotate cleansers depending on your unique skin needs. If you have acne, there's cleansers with active ingredients that are going to do a better job addressing the acne, and we're going to touch on those. And sometimes if you have acne, you might only need to use that acne cleanser one time a day, and you use a hydrating cleanser in the morning, for example. So let's start out with the classic CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser, one of their original formulas. This product has been my go-to cleanser for a long time because I tend to have more normal to dry skin. And that's exactly what this cleanser is for. All of the CeraVe cleansers are fragrance-free, and this one is going to do a good job to remove dirt and oil from the skin, excess sweat, without over-drying the skin. If you're super oily, however, this is probably not the best cleanser for you. But for normal to dry skin, people with sensitivity issues, this one is going to be a great option. If you've been using the hydrating cleanser and you still feel dry, then you might want to move to the Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser. This one is strictly made for dry to very dry skin. This one is going to be really gentle. It's not going to remove excess oil from the skin. It's going to help to hydrate. Like all CeraVe products, it has essential ceramides in it to help replenish and strengthen your skin barrier. An oil cleanser can also be part of a double cleanse. So if you like to double cleanse your face, you could use this as the first step and use a second cleanser as a second step. But the Hydrating Oil Foaming Cleanser, this is going to be good for dry to very dry skin. The most recent addition to the CeraVe cleanser lines was the Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. This one is still very hydrating. This is going to be good for normal to dry skin, just like the hydrating cleanser, but this is going to lather a little bit better. It's going to foam up better in your hands and then on your face. And that makes this cleanser better for removing makeup from the skin. So if you tend to have normal to dry skin and you wear makeup, this is a great option. You can cleanse with this as a single or a double cleanse to help remove all of that off of the skin. I like the experience of a good lather, so I've actually been using this one more than just about any other cleanser in the CeraVe routine recently. Now, what if you have really oily skin? If you do that test we talked about in the beginning and your skin is oily all over after 30 minutes, the best option for you could be the Foaming Facial Cleanser. A foaming cleanser is going to do a better job to remove excess oil from the skin. But if you have very dry skin, this one may be a little too much for you, even though it has those ceramides and the hyaluronic acid. But if you tend to be oily, you produce a lot of oil as the day goes on, and you want to get that off after a workout or at the end of the day, the foaming cleanser is going to be the best option for you. Now let's touch on the cleansers for those that have acne. So if you do have acne, whether it's on the face or on the body, then the Acne Control Cleanser is an excellent option. This comes with a 2% salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is really good at removing excess oil from the skin, and it helps to unclog the pores. So if you tend to get a lot of blackheads and whiteheads, this is a cleanser that I would recommend for you. If you have really dry skin, however, this could be a bit much. It just depends on your particular skin type. So that is something to be aware of. If you have oily and acne-prone skin, I highly recommend the Acne Control Cleanser. I have been out at the activation all day in Hudson Yards. It's been in the 90s. I've been putting on sunscreen like 4 times today. I've been sweating like crazy, and so I'm at risk for breaking out just because of all that sweat. This is the cleanser that I'm going to use tonight before I go to bed because it's going to remove all that excess oil. It's going to help to remove the sunscreen that I've got on. I may do a double cleanse with the oil cleanser first and then use this to help make sure I don't start breaking out from being out in the heat today. Now, what if you have some acne or you just want to exfoliate but you have more dry or sensitive skin? That's where the Renewing SA cleanser is a good option. This is a lower strength salicylic acid. So it's not a 2% salicylic acid. It's low enough that the FDA does not require them to label it on the bottle, which means it's at 0.5% or lower, but they don't disclose that on the back of the bottle in the ingredient list. The Renewing SA cleanser is great for very gentle exfoliation, ideal for normal skin types. If you're super oily, it might not be enough for you. If you're super dry, it may be too much for you. It's something that you have to play around with. Now, let's say you tend to get really oily by the end of the day, but you don't wake up super oily. This could be a good cleanser for the end of the day and then using a hydrating cleanser in the morning. Now, there's 2 cleansers we didn't touch on that aren't in what I was able to acquire today, and that's the Acne Foaming Cream Wash and the Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser. The Acne Foaming Cream Wash is a 4% benzoyl peroxide, which is an over-the-counter antibiotic that can treat acne. It helps to kill the bacteria that cause acne. So the 4% benzoyl peroxide in this product is great at treating acne on the face. The Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser with 10% benzoyl peroxide is a better option for acne on the body. 10% benzoyl peroxide does stand a little bit bigger risk of drying out the skin on your face, so I like to recommend that my patients use that one in the shower if they're treating body acne. Now, it's important to remember, if you're using a product with benzoyl peroxide, that benzoyl peroxide can bleach fabric. So you do want to be very careful to rinse it off of the skin when you're done, and then use a white towel to dry off. Because if you're using dark colored towels and you didn't get the benzoyl peroxide all the way off, well, it's going to start to turn orange. If you're using it at night, have an old pillowcase or sleep with white pillowcases. So that is the full lineup of CeraVe cleansers. What kind of questions do you guys have about the cleansers? And did you learn something and you're gonna pick a different cleanser going forward? Let me know down in the comments, and if you have other questions, please ask them. I'd love to answer, and I'll see you guys on the next video.